Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. GH spoilers. Dante is absolutely losing it. General Hospital spoilers say that the Dante that we've been seeing on the small screen is certainly not the same Dante that we've seen and known from before. Get updates on the latest General Hospital news straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. What is this? That's because he's been doing some things that are very much out of character. He rants and raves and goes off on teenagers while also being very over the top for things that almost every normal teenager does. Dante is absolutely losing it. This has prompted a lot of viewers to wonder, what gives? Why is Dante acting like this? As our loyal readers can imagine, the internet certainly did have a lot to say about the matter. Some have even commented with, "I have zero tolerance for anyone being mean to my sweet Gio. I've never really loved Dante, and right now he's reaching Lulu, Portia, Drew Willow levels of annoying and insufferable. I actually hate putting Lulu on that list and hope the writing gets better for her." Another fan wrote, "If the writers are smart, this would be a prelude to the effects of delayed grief. He really hasn't had a chance to deal with Sam's loss and the fact that Scout is just gone from his life. On day 2 of this, I'm so confused. Has his body been taken over by aliens? Because this is wildly out of character. Dante is acting out of character." And then there was this comment as well. "I completely agree. I understand Dante is PO'd, but it wasn't Gio's fault that Danny was there in the first place. When I drank as a kid, I was the one who had to pay the price the next day, not go out and find an adult to place the blame on. Danny is a big boy who needs to put on his big boy pants. GH. Dante is acting out of character. It started with a punch. Dante Falconeri, Port Charles' calmest detective, its most dependable friend, loyal son, and doting partner, punched a suspect during an arrest. No provocation. No legal gray area. Just a clean, hard right hook across the jaw of a petty thief already in cuffs. Everyone at the PCPD had frozen. Even the perp looked stunned. It was Chase who pulled Dante back. "Whoa, hey, Dante, what the hell was that?" Dante stared at the man slumped against the wall, breathing hard. "He spit on me." "He barely opened his mouth," Chase replied. "This isn't you." That was the beginning. Word spread fast in Port Charles. "You hear about Dante." Brooklyn asked Olivia over coffee at Kelly's. "He hit someone." Unprovoked. Olivia brushed it off. "There must be more to it. My son doesn't just." But this is the third time in 2 weeks he's snapped. Brooklyn pressed. "He got into it with Finn outside GH last Thursday. Nearly decked a guy at the Savoy on Friday night. And now this. People are noticing." Olivia's smile faltered. She knew Dante. Knew his heart, his discipline. But even she couldn't deny something was off. Sam McCall knew it too. Dante had been different for weeks. Distant, irritable. His touch was colder, his jokes rarer. They still shared a bed, but the connection, the unshakable bond they'd built, felt like it was being chipped away, piece by piece. "Are you okay?" she asked one night as he stared out the window of their apartment. "Fine," he replied, clipped. "You haven't been fine. You barely sleep. You're edgy. You didn't even react when Danny got straight A's." Dante turned slowly. "I've got a lot on my mind." "So tell me," she said, stepping closer. He shook his head. "It's better if I don't." Sam's heart sank. He wasn't just pulling away. He was shutting down. At the hospital, Dr. Kevin Collins heard whispers from colleagues. Something about erratic behavior, possible PTSD flare-ups. Kevin had treated Dante before, when he returned from his WSB assignment fractured and haunted. But this was different. Worse. Kevin reached out, leaving messages. No reply. Finally, he walked straight into the precinct and waited by Dante's desk. "You're not returning my calls," Kevin said calmly. "I'm busy," Dante muttered, not looking up. "People are worried. Sam, your mother, even Sonny." That made Dante look up. "Sonny? Since when do I need his concern?" Kevin studied him. "That's not like you." Dante scoffed. "Maybe I'm tired of being predictable." Anna Devane was the next to notice. When the DOSB contacted her with a cryptic message about a former operative showing signs of post-program regression, her instincts went on high alert. The case file was sealed. The subject unnamed. But Anna had her suspicions, and those suspicions led her straight to Dante. She found him alone at a bar, half drunk, brooding, jaw clenched. "Didn't think you were a bourbon guy," she said as she sat beside him. He didn't look at her. People change. "Not this much." He sipped. "What do you want?" "I want to know if they got to you again." His head turned slowly. "What do you think?" Anna's pulse quickened. The WSB had used Dante before. Trigger words, subconscious conditioning, compartmentalized commands. They had weaponized his mind. But she had believed that part of his life was over. "Dante," she said softly. "Are you hearing voices again? Blackouts?" He chuckled bitterly. "Wouldn't you like to know?" She reached for his arm. "You need to be checked." "I need to be left alone," he snapped, pulling away and storming out. Anna didn't follow, but she made a call. To Valentin, then to Frisco. Whatever this was, it was bigger than anyone had thought. Sonny Corinthos watched from the shadows. His son, biological or not, was spiraling. And while Sonny was no stranger to darkness, watching Dante walk toward it without a fight hit differently. He confronted him outside the boxing gym. "You skipping work now?" Sonny asked. Dante didn't flinch. "Not your business." Sonny stepped forward. "You made it my business the day you put on that badge and started protecting people. You don't get to go rogue." Dante threw his gym bag down. "What do you want, Sonny? A confession? Fine. I'm not okay. But that doesn't mean I'm broken." Sonny narrowed his eyes. "Then what are you?" Dante hesitated. "I'm tired of pretending everything is fine. Tired of carrying everyone else's weight." "This isn't you, Dante," Sonny said. "You've got anger in your eyes I haven't seen since." "Since when?" Dante interrupted. "Since I came back from the WSP. Since I stopped being your golden boy." Sonny's jaw clenched. "Don't twist this. I'm trying to help." "I don't need help. I need space." He walked away, leaving Sonny with a pit in his stomach, and a creeping dread he hadn't felt since Morgan. Back at home, Sam dug deeper. She hacked Dante's work logs, pulled footage from traffic cams near the Savoy on the night he lost control. Nothing made sense. Then she found it. A surveillance clip from Pier 27. 3 nights ago. 2:17 a.m. Dante. Alone. Standing by the water. Not moving. Not blinking. And then, without warning, he whispered a phrase. Barely audible, but distinct. Concordia ignites. Sam's blood ran cold. She knew WSB code phrases when she heard them. She made a call. With Anna and Kevin's help, Sam confronted Dante the next day. They cornered him at the Metro Court, private suite, blinds drawn. "You've been triggered," Kevin said gently. "Somehow, someone said something to you." Dante said nothing. Sam stepped forward. "We have the footage. You were at the pier. You said a phrase, WSB code." His eyes flickered. Anna added, "It's not your fault, Dante. But you're compromised. You could be dangerous." Dante's hands clenched. "So what? You're going to lock me up? Drug me? Put me back in a padded room." "No," Kevin said. "We're going to help you, but you need to trust us." Dan stood there, breathing hard. He looked like a man trapped between two worlds. Then he whispered, "I don't know what's real anymore." The deprogramming began that night. Under secure watch at GH, Dante was given a mild sedative and monitored closely. Kevin began memory regression therapy. Anna reached out to her OSB contacts, trying to trace who had reactivated Dante, and why. Over the next week, fragments of memories returned. Shadows, whispers, a man with a French accent, a locked room, electrodes, repetition. Concordia ignites. Concordia ignites. It had been buried deep. A sleeper protocol. Not meant to kill. Meant to observe. A living surveillance drone. Dante had been programmed to gather intelligence on Port Charles' high-profile figures. Anna, Sonny, even Laura. His outbursts. Side effects of a broken filter. His emotions were bleeding through the programming. It was chilling, and it wasn't over. One night, Dante woke from a nightmare, soaked in sweat. Sam sat by his side, holding his hand. "I'm here," she whispered. "You're safe." "I don't feel safe," he said. "Not even from myself." "You're stronger than this," she replied. "You're fighting back. That matters." He turned to her, eyes glassy. "What if next time I don't stop myself?" She kissed his knuckles. "Then I'll stop you." Meanwhile, Anna uncovered the mastermind. Jean-Marc Delacroix, a rogue WSB scientist believed to be dead, but very much alive, and operating in the shadows of Europe's black market intelligence trade. Dante was one of 6 reactivated operatives. Only he had resisted. Only he had survived. In a dramatic final confrontation, Dante joined Anna on a mission to bring Delacroix down. Against Kevin's advice. Against Sam's wishes. But Dante needed closure. In a hidden compound in Brussels, they found Delacroix. Caught him mid-activation of another agent. The confrontation was brutal. Guns, flashbangs, a coded phrase whispered that nearly dropped Dante to his knees. But he held on. He looked Delacroix in the eye and said, "You don't own me anymore," and pulled the trigger. Back in Port Charles, Dante returned changed, but free. The programming was broken. But scars remained. He took time off from the force, spent days in therapy, rebuilt his relationship with Sam and the kids one honest conversation at a time. His smiles returned, slower, sadder, but real. One afternoon at Kelly's, Olivia hugged him tightly. "You're back," she said through tears. "Yeah," Dante said softly. "And this time, for good." The end. Let me know if you'd like this expanded into a multi-episode arc, or told from another character's POV, Egg, Sam, Sonny, or Anna. This could also tie into broader GH storylines or new twists if you want a follow-up.